Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I am the author of the new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. It is now available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle, and it will soon, probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, be available on Audible books. I like to call this book Twin Flame Romance 2 because this is really how you do the work. And I'm also the author, if you're new to this channel, of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. This is available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I do readings. I do 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, Twin Flame, Romance, Life Path and Purpose, or general readings. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. This is the weekly tarot reading, messages for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2020. If you would like to jump straight to the reading, I will put the timestamp below. Welcome, Twin Flames. How is it going? Again, this is the week of June 20th, 2020. Happy summer solstice. As you might notice, there is a lot of noise in the background. I'm gonna try to filter it out. It's very odd due to the quarantine, of course. I think neighbors are getting increasingly noisy, I guess. There's been a lot more noise, and I think people are going a little bit stir crazy, and there's just a lot more auditory interruptions during the day here. So if you hear background noises, I apologize for that. A little bit of an update on what I have been doing and getting this book prepared, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, has taken this journey for me to a whole other level. Now, of course, this is my 9th published book, and you would think it would get easier as time goes on, and I've had a lot of technology issues and snafus. Now, I know Mercury is now in retrograde, but these technology snafus were happening well before Mercury went into retrograde. So just a lot of little software issues and recording issues for the audiobook and things like that. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that I upgraded my computer, but the software didn't upgrade, and it was just a little bit of a nightmare. And I'm still trying to sort that out and get the last chapter of the audiobook well edited and uploaded into Audible. So that is what I have been doing throughout this. Gosh, it seems like it's been ongoing. It's been at least the last 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, getting this book out in paperback and Kindle, that was a whole other host of challenges as well, but it is there. You can, if you did not pre-order it with the author signed copy, you can now get it on Kindle and paperback, and I would really highly recommend it for your healing journey. Let's see, what else? After this week, or well, pretty much after Wednesday, luckily, I will be back to a more or less normal recording schedule for YouTube. And that book really, like I said, with all the technology issues, it was snatching up a lot of my time. Not to mention that I've had quite a full reading schedule for doing readings and coaching for you guys. So that has taken up a lot of my time. And of course, my 2 sons, Xavier and Matthew, are here as well. And I'm trying to spend as much quality time with them as I can. And hopefully, as things begin to open up a little bit more, we'll be able to do more fun stuff. Hopefully museums will open, because I was planning on doing the aquarium and doing La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles and just some fun stuff that boys like to do and I like to do. I always like to get out and about. Now, I know you've been following my videos hopefully throughout quarantine, and for the last 6 weeks perhaps, I've been wearing Disney t-shirts for every single video. So my mission was to wear a Disney t-shirt until Disneyland and Walt Disney World decided to reopen their doors. And we've got dates for Walt Disney World that are hard set in stone. So I believe it's July 11th and July 15th. And now Disneyland has announced July 17th, which is the 65th anniversary of Disneyland. So I am still, but that's not confirmed. If you go to their websites, it says that date is pending government, local government and state government's approval. So it's not quite there yet, you guys. So I'm still wearing my Disney t-shirts until Disneyland reopens. Of course, that is my home base. That Disneyland is in my heart. I live near Anaheim, worked there. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for Disneyland to open back up. I hope that you guys have been doing well through all of this. I hope many of you have been able to return back to work and return back to a semblance of life as normal. I've still, as far as energetically speaking, I'm not really picking up on bad energies or imbalanced energies when it comes to the Twin Flame Collective, although there have been some divine feminine energy out there. Not all, I promise you. There has been some divine feminine energy out there that is just this energy of getting impatient, and that impatience, it'll get you every time. Believe me, that's something that I've battled my entire life. Good energy coming from divine masculine. We shall see what the guardian angels, twin flame angels, and romance angels have to say about that, because of this sense of still feeling healing. Now, it's very interesting because, of course, I'm an empath. I soak up a lot of energy. I really try every day as much as I can to shield and protect myself and ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords of fear, cut the cords of like me sucking up that energy from consciousness, just in general, like this collective consciousness. And it's been intense in the last few weeks. I'm sure if you are empathic, you have definitely felt it as well. And it's hard to know what's yours and what's the collective's. So I have been empathing and picking up on a lot of negative energy. Now, what's really interesting is that last week in general, so probably ending Saturday or Sunday, so today's Monday, so just a day or two ago, but all of last week I was feeling this intense energy, and almost like this like antsy, like a little bit of anger and frustration, and just antsy and feeling like I was gonna snap any minute at people, like if they were gonna talk to me about world events or anything like that. I was just like, it was like, you know, when you say you're up to here in it, and I was just like way beyond up to here. I'm just done and over and just sick of everything that is going on in the world right now. And it's just like, people, could we just settle down and live in peace? Could we just like stop arguing for a minute? And it was interesting because my favorite YouTuber, I've mentioned him before, Justin Scarred, but my favorite YouTuber, he also produced a video. He went camping with his son, but he produced a video saying that he too was like on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Now, Justin, my favorite YouTuber, is not necessarily what you would call like overtly spiritual as a person. Like, he's very insightful as a person. You can tell he's a person of faith, but he's not out there talking about things like soulmates, twin flames, spirituality, and whatnot. But I know he's empathic just based on many things that he's said. So it was interesting that I was feeling that same energy, that from the collective, and he was saying that he was like on the verge of a nervous breakdown, feeling that same energy, that toxic collective energy that's been out there, and just perpetuated by people staying in ego consciousness and finding reasons to stay in arguments and strife. I want to stay connected, but it's just not in my best interest to stay connected to social media and even YouTube for the most part, and just all the conversations that are going around. It's just in my best interest to stay away from all of that stuff. And if you are highly empathic, continue to stay away from that stuff until things calm down, because you're going to soak up a lot of that energy if you're not continually protecting yourself. So let's go ahead and start with the reading. We will start with the goddesses, of course, divine feminines. Let's say a prayer over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, archangels, angels of God, twin flames, guardian angels, romance angels, divine feminines, guardian angels, what do divine feminines need to know this week? What is energetically their message for this week? And Archangel Michael, stay here, stand guard, cast away any lower energies with your sword of light. Please let these messages be of divine light only divine light coming through. This is divine feminines. Okay, so we've got the angel therapy cards. A lot of healing needed in this world, a lot of healing needed just in general. So let's go ahead with these messages, angel therapy messages for this week for divine feminines. Now we have for divine masculine. Let's go ahead with divine masculine messages. What are divine masculines doing this week, guys? Divine masculines, guardian angels, romance angels, and twin flame angels. Divine masculines energy. Okay, now we are going to get to the angel therapy cards for divine masculine. Please help us to understand this beautiful energy for divine masculines this week. I feel like they've been doing really well. They've been trying. Okay, and now for the twin flame couple, let's get the couple energy for this week. Divine feminines and divine masculines, this twin flame couple together. Guardian angels, twin flame angels. Okay, and now for the angel therapy message for the twin flame couple. Let's get it here right now. For this week, starting June 22nd, 2020. And now we're going to get the romance energy for the twin flames. Romance angels, help this twin flame couple to understand what is this romance energy for this week. Okay, and we're going to take a messages of love. This will either confirm or change the meaning slightly to the romance card. Let's get this message of love for the twin flame couple in this collectivity, the one that I read for, guys. You know the drill, guardian angels. Okay, and now we are going to get two messages from divine masculine to the divine feminine for this week, starting June 22nd. Divine masculines, if you had anything to say to your divine feminines, whoa, that was way too many cards that fell out. Way too many. If you have any messages for your divine feminines this week, please let us know. Divine masculines, what are the messages for your divine feminine? Okay, let's start with the goddesses, divine feminines. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Remember how I said, divine feminines, that I was feeling some of this upset, impatient energy in some of you. And some of you have been feeling this. I've been feeling this throwing in the towel almost. You know, you're doing your own stuff, but at the same time, it's been that, I'm just so sick of this journey. I just want to throw in the towel. So look what we got, you guys. We got the ego card. Living in fear, living in your ego a little bit, into that ego-based consciousness. Not willing to really relinquish that ego as much, or maybe you've put the mask back on. You're like, I don't care about this. I don't care about this connection. I'm done with this connection. I don't care. And it's this wearing this mask again. It's wearing this mask of, I'm getting aloofness. I'm getting aloofness where you're pretending, you're feigning, I don't care. And look what I got here. This is Archangel Raphael, and it says, be willing to forgive. Be willing to forgive. Ego, consciousness, and be willing to forgive. This is telling me that not all of you, honestly, some of you are just holding on to those grudges, holding on to those past grievances. And it could have something to do with them not contacting you for so long, for not being 100% outrightly truthful with you. Now, one thing, Divine Feminines, I want you to remember is that this journey, yes, it's about reunion, but it's not about reunion. Like, yes, it's about reunion. Yes, a lot of people have been asking me this recently, and my take on it is that God does not bring you this far to just let you go. God is not going to bring you this far and be like, haha, it was just a joke. No. What is the ultimate purpose of Twin Flames? It's to raise unconditional love on the planet, to raise consciousness on the planet, to bring people together in a new type of relationship. Not a codependent relationship, not an ego-based relationship, but a spiritually based relationship. So God's will and desire is to bring that forth into the world. God's not just going to leave you hanging. God's not going to say, oops, it was just a joke. I didn't mean it. But a lot of Divine Feminines have stayed in their ego in that they're still kind of playing these ego games with themselves and ultimately with their twin, where it's just like, I don't care. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of this not changing and you not changing and this not growing. Well, ego-based consciousness, and believe me, I've written a whole chapter on the ego in this book. I'll tell you what chapter it is too. So in case you have Kindle Unlimited, you could just grab it. It is chapter 2. So chapter 2 is on the ego, the confines of the ego and how to get over it. But be willing to forgive, because forgiveness is humility. Forgiveness is humility. Forgiveness is really saying, I am not better than you are. That's what forgiveness is. It's saying, I give my life over to you, God. I give my life over to you, God, and I'm going to trust you that this is a sacred journey. I'm going to trust you that this is a sacred reunion. I'm going to trust. So holding on to grudges, holding on to anger, holding on to ego-based traits is a lack of trust and faith in God. So let's go to Divine Masculines. It's really neat. We've got the 2 of Fire. And this is about new partnerships. Now, it could be old partnerships coming anew, if you will. And it's honestly about 2 people that are very different, but also an offer to move forward in a way. It's interesting because this is so weird, but what I've been seeing is that some Divine Masculines, not all, some Divine Masculines in this collective are going to take the opportunity to reach out, come back together with their Divine Feminines through a business opportunity or a creative opportunity, something that is going to bring you and Divine Masculine together. If you're a Divine Masculine, you and your Divine Feminine together in some sort of creative partnership, some sort of business partnership, something that is going to bring you guys together to rekindle something based on something that's more solid. And I really believe this because look, Archangel Michael came with manifestation power. So manifestation power, of course, is the power to manifest, which I do talk about on YouTube as well. And this is manifestation, but of your true desires, using your creative talents, your gifts. And it's telling me that Divine Masculines are going to be super creative about this. They're going to be very, very creative. I think for some of them being so shy that there's a subset of Divine Masculines in this collective who are so shy that even though they are ready to move forward and come forward, they may find it safer to come forward with a proposal of, let's work on this project together. And then the project will enable you to spend a whole lot of time together. And as you spend a whole lot of time together, then that will help to reignite the fire, so to speak. So I really feel like there's this sense of working together and playing together, doing this entrepreneurial endeavor, whether it has to do with making money or a charity or even just traditional work where a divine masculine knows you've been looking for a job, divine feminines, or you've been laid off from your job due to quarantine, divine feminines, and they have an opening in the workplace, the company that they are working for, and they reach out to you and they say, hey, you know, I know you got laid off, or I know you've been looking for work, or you've been looking to get back into this. There is a position open here and it's in my department and this is where we're at. Like, so I see it coming in many different forms having to do with partnership and work. But I think for a subset of these divine masculines, it's a very tricky way, a very clever way, and they're not playing games, but for many of them, as we have seen throughout the thread of this collective, is that many of them are very shy, and because this connection has really thrown them, they feel it, they want it, they perceive it, they need it, but they are testing the waters in a way. They're testing the waters, and one way in which they can test the waters is by coming to you as a divine feminine. So a divine masculine coming to a divine feminine in a different way. So kind of like, oh yeah, you know, let's do this vlog together. Let's do this blog together. Let's do this creative endeavor together. Let's start this business together. Or, you know, like I said before, with a more traditional way of work of like, oh, hey, I know you're looking for a job since you got laid off from quarantine, or things financially haven't been very good. So here, let me help you. Let me assist you by helping you to get this job here where I work, here in my department, here. So it's kind of cool. Like, it'll be interesting to see for how many of you reunion starts to unfold in that way. So that'll be super, super, super interesting. We've got, it's funny that the thread for this week seems to be work and money. It's really funny because it just continues. It just continues. And it's all good stuff. The angels want me to say this. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. So if divine feminines would just get off their high horse and settle down for a minute, you gotta settle down. Get off that ego. If you would just get off your high horse and just settle down for a moment, things will start to unfold in a way that you hadn't previously perceived that things would start to unfold. We've got, for the couple, we've got the Dreamer card, which is beautiful. It's 0, which means God, infinite possibilities, but it's also a portal. It's a portal opening into a new beginning. It's a portal opening into something brand new, a new opportunity to be together, a new opportunity to move forward together, a new opportunity to jump into this portal and start something new. And it's, like I said, this is the land of opportunities this week, you guys. I'm just feeling this sense of opportunity, 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 opportunity. I would say jump at an opportunity. If Divine Masculine offers you an opportunity, take it. Take the opportunity if it's has to do with this partnership, work, starting a new career, new partnership. Yeah, take that opportunity. And this is also the new portal. Now it's really funny. We got books. Now this can go two ways. I really feel like there's a sense of learning here. So there might be learning in this new creative endeavor, new partnership, new entrepreneurship, new job, that you're having to learn something new, you're having to learn a new skill, you're having to read up or brush up on some skills that you may have forgotten. Maybe you knew how to do A, B, or C work and it's been a while, it's been a long time, so you've forgotten. Maybe you've never run a business before, so it's about, opening a book and reading about how to start a business, how to start a successful business, or, reading some articles or following people or doing some research. The other piece that I see in this is that there's going to be some information from books that you are actually going to learn about together about how to make this work. So there's something in spirituality, there's something, maybe it's about twin flames, who knows? Maybe it's the divine masculine coming to divine feminine and saying, hey, I heard this term twin flame, it's really weird. It popped up on my YouTube feed and I just don't know about this, but could you tell me more about this? So there's something about learning and growing here, and it has something to do with this new opportunity. Now we've got for the romance card, which is interesting because we're still in that realm of work and opportunity, because I'm going to hold these cards up together because we got flirt and abundance. So this is just telling me that this road to abundance through some sort of partnership is going to allow you guys to be fun and fancy free as far as the flirtation with each other. And I really feel that it has so much to do with rekindling this friendship, rekindling this romance, rekindling the connection that you guys have had before. And it's about rekindling it, but in a safe way. Now, this safe way may just be something that the divine masculine wants and desires. Like I said, they're testing the waters first before diving straight into it. As much as you feel, divine feminines, that you've been burned, for some of you, of course, that you have been burned in this connection, divine masculine has also felt that they have been burned in this connection. Maybe you have said things to them that wasn't kind, wasn't nice. Maybe you were too demanding with them. Maybe you had high expectations of what should happen, and that really didn't align with their life at that particular time. So I feel like as they're moving forward with these proposals to do something together, I feel that this is going to be testing the waters with flirtation, lighthearted flirtation, to see, let's see how things unfold. Let's see how we can act around each other now. Let's see how we can work together and be pleasant with each other. And maybe for some of you that have been in romantic connections with your twin, maybe backtracking and starting with friendship first and developing and growing that friendship to see how it moves into romance and how it moves into partnership in the romantic sense. I feel that this is for a subsect of twin flame divine masculines that are really going to be the driving force to making this happen for you guys. All divine feminines need to do, who are in this category, all that divine feminines are going to need to do is just to let go of the mask, let go of the ego, let go of the fear, and just forgive. Forgive, clean slate, wipe it clean with your twin divine masculine, and be ready to start anew. Be ready to walk through the portal and be ready to start this new endeavor with them, but in flirtatious innocence, as if it were the first time you were meeting. where the slate is completely wiped clean. And I think with that, you'll encounter a lot more success. The message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminines this week is so many things remind me of you, and I know I was a distraction from your pain. We've gotten this card before. I know that many of you Divine Feminines met your Divine Masculines when things weren't going great in your life. You met your Divine Masculines when things were not peachy keen. In a way, when you met your Divine Masculine, the connection was a bit of an escape from your life at that time. It was an escape from yourself. It was an escape from perhaps a partner you were with. It was escape from your life that wasn't going the way you wanted. And that's not what they wanted, the Divine Masculine, and that's not what the relationship is about either. It's not about an escape. It's about an infusion into reality and how reality needs to be. They're pretty keen on that. They're pretty keen and they're astute that they were not just supposed to be a band-aid for your pain. That this relationship is designed to be so much more than that. They knew that. But that doesn't mean that they're not still thinking about you and that they're not reminiscing about the good times you had together, the good conversations, the beautiful spiritual connection, the chemistry you had together. That doesn't mean they're not thinking about that. Of course they're thinking about that. How could they not think about that? I would say huge message for this week about moving forward, and huge message this week about Divine Feminines moving away from ego consciousness. So I hope this was helpful. This is kind of cool. I like the common thread of the cards starting from Divine Masculine and moving on through to the couple, because it's a really neat thread, and I like the way some of the Divine Masculines in this collective are going to move forward with this and are going to go about with this, because it's a really neat way to do it. It's kind of, yes, it's sneaky in a way, because they're not going to just ride up on their white horse and propose to you, get down on one knee. But at the same time, they've been through a lot and they've been hurt a lot in love. And also it's a good way to create a solid foundation, in all honesty. A solid foundation that is here to stay, not just a willy-nilly foundation based on, just a feeling. So they're trying to really create a more solid base for you and for them together, which is great. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sharing this video with other twin flames, and thank you for supporting this channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin, and I will see you in the next video.